Good afternoon and welcome to the People First Weekly Webinar. I'm your host, Todd Hendricks, and I am enjoying my time with you this week. This is going to be a great one, and we're going to talk about how to make decisions when everything feels like a risk. And as business owners and entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, sometimes we don't want to take risks because they're financial, sometimes they're personal, and I don't want to take a risk. I take risks every single day. I don't want to take more risks. Well, today we're going to talk about how you can make decisions in a way that lowers that risk for you and helps you stay true to your mission and your vision. So we're always going to talk about three different things. And the first thing we're going to talk about is why indecision on your part may be the enemy of progress. There's a phrase that I stole. It's not mine, so I don't claim any ownership of it. But the phrase done is better than perfect. Think about that for a second. Done is better than perfect. Yes. Yep, I absolutely agree. Sometimes as business owners and leaders of our organizations, we want to have everything just perfect. And sometimes that takes a very long time to get just perfect. And meanwhile, the people in our organization, our employees, our direct reports are waiting around with no direction because they're waiting for us to get it perfect. So what's happening? Nothing. Nothing is happening while you're trying to get it perfect. So sometimes getting it done, and I'm not saying we do things sloppily, but sometimes done is better than perfect. And that keeps things moving forward. So delays on your part will create uncertainty on the part of your direct reports and your employees. If you are, in your ivory tower and you're just sitting around waiting to get this thing perfect and nothing is moving forward and everybody's waiting for you, then your employees are like, does Todd really know what's going on? Like, does he really know what he's doing? Because nothing's happening. We should be working, we should be doing something, we should be moving forward, and we're getting no direction. We're just waiting for him to finish the project and nothing's happening. So that can erode trust on the part of your employees for you. And you don't want that. You want your employees to trust you, to see you as a strong leader, to be able to trust the decisions that you make because they're good. Now, there's a caveat there. Sometimes you can make a decision and just put it out there like, hey guys, this isn't perfect. This isn't exactly where I want it, but this is close enough that we can start moving in the right direction. And we're going to refine it via this, this, and this. That way, what does that do? That sets you up for adjustments in the very near future, and they know that they're coming. But now they've got something that they can work on and move forward with. Does that make sense? So think about that. Doing nothing is often the wrong decision. Doing nothing is sometimes worse than making the wrong decision. Now, there are people who are out there and say, well, doing nothing is worse than making the wrong decision. And yeah, make the wrong decision. Let's have some balance here. It's not either or, it can be both and. So don't make a wrong decision, but maybe you can make a right decision that is short-sighted, and that's okay. Maybe you're waiting to get this project done and it's a 4-week project and you want to get all 4 weeks prepped ready so that you can just give it to your people. And ideally, that would be what you could do. But if you can't do that, but you've got week 1 done, give them week 1. Say, I'm going to give you week 2 next week. Once I get that going, then I'm going to give you week 3. Maybe you can't have it all done, but you can give them pieces and parts that help them move forward. And is week 1 perfect? No, but is it 90%? Sure. And then as you think about it, oh, hey, we're going to adjust this. As long as they know the adjustments are coming, they're not probably going to be very upset with you for making those adjustments on the fly. So point number 2, using your values, your mission, and your vision as decision-making tools. That's your compass. Your mission, your vision, that is your compass. So I used this yesterday when I was talking with one of my training groups where, sometimes you have hard decisions to make, and sometimes it might even be feedback with some of your direct reports or your employees. And I know leaders and business owners don't like giving adjusting feedback because it kind of sounds bad, it feels negative, and sometimes there can be bad reactions. Well, if you use your mission, your vision, and the goals of whatever it is that you're working on, that's your compass. That's what drives you, and that is the true north for whatever you're going to be doing. So if I say, hey, Bob, we've got this report, it wasn't done really to the standard that we need it done to. Can you revisit that for us, please, and make some of these adjustments that I've noted? Maybe Bob doesn't like you and Bob's going to have a bad reaction to that. Well, you know what? Da, 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 da. Okay, fine. But now it's personal. Bob didn't like what you said. He took it personally. So now he's going to give you feedback about that. And now you're going to take it personally. And now what should have been objective is now personal. So how do we use our mission, our vision, and our goals? I'm so glad you asked. So we say, hey, Bob, this report wasn't done quite to the standard. I need you to make these adjustments here. Well, da, 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 da. Well, Bob, our mission is this, our vision is this, and these are our goals. And this report that we're working on doesn't meet the standard to meet those goals. It doesn't meet the mission, doesn't meet the vision, and it's not going to help us meet our goals. And that's what we're working towards. Oh, all right, fine. It's not about you, Bob. It's not about me. It is about moving the company forward. What do we need to do to move the company forward to achieve our mission, achieve our vision, achieve the goals that we've set out? Now our mission, vision, and goals are objective standard makers. And we can use that instead of anything that's interpersonal and people might get offended about it. So use your mission and your vision as your filter for your hard choices. Okay, man, maybe I need to think about terminating somebody. Does that fit the mission and vision of the company? If I terminate this person, what long-term effects is that going to have on our mission, vision, and goals? Does it need to happen? Sure, maybe it does. Maybe they're stealing or it's embezzlement or they're breaking the law. Okay, yep, you've got to go. We're going to have to make do in the meantime. Maybe you just don't like somebody and they're toxic. Can they be fixed? Maybe, maybe not. But can they do the job for the next month while you prep and get ready for training and hiring? Okay, yeah, maybe. So do you need to fire this instant? Maybe not. Do you need to fire in a month? I don't know. Maybe not. That's something I'd like you to talk to me about. So hook me up. And also, finally, on that point, when in doubt, go back to your core principles. And these are going to be directly tied to your mission, vision, and your goals. What are the core principles that we're working towards and on and for? And that should drive what you do. Thirdly, building confidence through iterative, low risk testing. And I wanted to get a really solid definition of what iterative, low risk testing is, because we use these words a lot in the business world, like, oh yeah, we're going to, test that and do this. And, it's going to be an iterative cycle. And what's that really mean? Well, those of you who've been around here long enough, you've heard me talk about the formative assessment process. I won't go through that. That's another video. You can look that up on my channel. But basic terms: build, test, refine, repeat. Build, test, refine, repeat. You don't have to build an entire 12-week course and launch it and have nobody sign up for it before you realized, oh, maybe I should have changed week 1. Okay, let's try week 1. Try that with a couple test subjects, test audience. Hey, they liked it. Okay, I'm going to keep that and I'm going to build week 2. This is low risk. So now you're building, you're testing, you're refining. Okay, they didn't respond very well to week 2, but I know why. I'm going to adjust that. Here we go. Yep, now, there we go. Now we're in the right spot. So iterative, low risk testing. Build, test, refine, repeat, and keep that cycle going. Do that before you do your full rollout. I've done this the wrong way before. Done a whole big long rollout and then crickets. Okay, that's not going to go so well. So what do I do now? Chunks, small chunks. Let's see how I can build this, build it. Also, and this is one of my favorite things that I like to talk about because it's really easy to remember and understand. If you fail fast. When you're learning, learn as fast as you can. And when you have to make adjustments, adjust as quickly as you can. So fail fast, learn fast, and adjust fast. If you could do those things, just like the iterative low risk testing, build, test, refine, but then fail, learn, and adjust. And the quicker you can do those things, the faster you're going to get on track. Now, I know all of us have done this. where we've built something, we've tried it, we've failed, and then it's like, oh, and we sit in it. We sit in it for a long time, maybe a week, maybe longer. And it's just like, oh man, I'm not smart. I don't know what I'm doing. And self-doubt starts creeping in, and you're like, oh, I'm not good at what I do. And then you just wallow in it, and it's no good and it's no fun. And it's like, no. Wow. That was awful. But what went wrong? This, and this. Okay. What do I need to do? This, and this. Okay. I'm going to do that. I'm going to start right now. Onto it. Fail fast, learn from your mistakes, and adjust as quickly as possible. And those are the things that are going to help you make decisions when you feel like you are risk adverse. In business, whatever it is that you're doing, solopreneur, large companies, organizations, nonprofits, whatever it is, you're going to have to take risks sometimes. How can you lower that risk to yourself? Sure, absolutely. How can you make decisions when you are feeling risk adverse? Well, the things we just talked about. Don't make it perfect, just get it done. And then when you are talking about rolling that out, just say, hey, there's a couple of things that I'm working on. We're probably going to make some adjustments here shortly. Now, in the mind of every single one of your employees, they know something is going to change and it's going to become in the near future. So when it does, they're like, okay, yep, we're ready for that. Let's go. Not a big deal. But if you roll it out and it's perfect, and then you realize that you missed something, now you have to deal with the self-doubt, make adjustments, and everybody else is like, oh, I thought this was done and I thought it was perfect. Just putting in these little words helps. Also, don't forget, use your mission, your vision, and your goals to make your decision-making process easier. That's your compass to help you point towards true north. It makes things objective and not personal. And then testing in chunks. Testing in chunks. Build, test, refine, repeat. Fail fast, learn fast, and adjust quickly. Thank you for joining me today. I know this was kind of a quick one, but I hope this was helpful to you in the decision-making process that you go through in your business. Please reach out to me. I'd love you to drop a comment below and let me know how this has helped you out or some other thoughts that you may have on this. Until next week, we will see you next week at the People First Weekly Webinar. Thanks. Have a great weekend, everybody.